Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine yourself back millions of years. There are no supermarkets, no ovens, no fires. The world is wild and dangerous. Your survival depends on your instincts and on what nature provides, raw and unrefined. This is where our journey begins, the extraordinary story of human nutrition, long before the spark of fire. But what did they eat before the invention of fire? How did humans survive and thrive on the raw edge of existence? Let's journey together, walking in the footsteps of early Homo species. My name is Vishak. I'm a nutritionist based out of Manchester, and I've spent the last several years reading through hundreds of research papers trying to answer one question, not just individually, but as a species. Why do humans suffer from chronic disease? Why are we the only species confused about what to eat? The answer is buried in our past, in a language written into our biology millions of years ago, a language we have forgotten how to read. This series is about decoding that language, about understanding how food made us human. Right now, as you're listening to this, your body is speaking a language older than words. Your cells are responding to the food you ate this morning. Your gut bacteria are communicating with your brain. Your genes, shaped by millions of years of evolution, are reading signals from every bite you take. But here is the problem. The signal we are sending today don't match the signals our bodies expect. Around 2.5 million years ago, our ancestors, early Homo species, didn't follow diets. They followed instincts. They scavenged marrow from animal bones, dug for roots, gathered wild fruits, and tore raw meat using stone flakes. Food wasn't comfort or culture, it was survival. They were not carnivorous, not herbivorous, not even what we would neatly call omnivorous. They were opportunists, the ultimate adapters. One day feasting on wild fruits, the next day marrow from bones. Their diet shifted with the seasons, the land, and necessity. It wasn't balanced, but it was brilliant in its flexibility. Our ancestors ate what nature gave them. We eat what algorithms and marketing feed us. They adapted to scarcity, we adapt to confusion. The truth is, evolution never rewarded perfection. It rewarded adaptability. And maybe, just maybe, the most ancestral diet of all isn't about what's on your plate, but about staying flexible in a world full of extremes. Early hominids had guts built for fiber, long intestines designed to ferment raw plants, roots, and tubers. You could say their stomachs were like living fermenters, ancient bioreactors turning tough, fibrous plants into energy. Microbial partners did most of the hard work. But when meat entered the menu, evolution quietly rewrote the blueprint. Our guts began to shrink. This change freed up precious energy that no longer went into digesting endless fiber, but instead fueled something extraordinary, the human brain. As a nutritionist, I often find this fascinating and ironic. Millions of years later, we still argue over what the ideal diet should be, carnivore or vegan, plant-based or animal-based, but nature never intended extreme. Our biology was forged in balance, shaped by scarcity, diversity, and adaptation. True nourishment has never been about ideology, it has always been about evolution. This is what scientists call the expensive tissue hypothesis. It means that as our guts became smaller and more efficient, the energy our bodies once used for digestion was redirected to power our growing brains, the most energy hungry part of us. Modern studies back this up. Our digestive system uses about 10% less energy than that of a chimpanzee. That extra energy didn't vanish. It went to the brain, driving creativity, communication, and imagination. Ironically, the same brain that once hunted for survival now designs apps, diets, and delivery systems to decide what to eat next. Fast forward to today, and our relationship with the gut has taken an interesting turn. After millions of years of adaptation, we now live in an era obsessed with the gut health. We sip kombucha, spoon probiotic yogurts, and talk about live cultures as if they are new discoveries. Yet, the truth is, our ancestors lived with these microbes long before refrigeration or fermentation jars. Their guts were bustling ecosystems, trillions of microbes thriving in a perfect storm of dirt, fiber, and raw food. Once upon a time, they regularly digested raw meat, scavenged marrow, and experimented with wild plants. Back then, their immune system adapted to handle bacteria naturally. Today, however, eating raw meat could be deadly, exposing us to salmonella, E. coli, listeria, or other harmful pathogens that our modern bodies are no longer prepared to tolerate. Through these constant battles, our immune system evolved, learning, adapting, and recording microbial memories. This relentless exposure forged resilience. Today, in our sterile, sanitized environments, we have lost much of that resilience. Allergies, autoimmune conditions, and gut disorders may be the echoes of a body too clean for its own history. Modern research supports this, the hygiene hypothesis. It suggests that early exposure to microbes builds stronger immunity. Children raised around pets, on farms, or in diverse microbial environments often develop fewer allergies and autoimmune issues. The very dangers that once threatened our lives may now hold the key to restoring balance. The kombucha in your fridge, the kefir, yogurt, they are not trends. They are echoes of our evolutionary past. They remind us that the gut has always been our first partner in health, a living bridge between nature and nourishment. When you think about it, the gut-brain connection isn't just a catchy wellness phrase, it's evolution in action. The energy saved in the gut millions of years ago helped build the brain that's now trying to understand the gut again. So, maybe the real story of human nutrition isn't about fiber versus fat or plant-based versus. Let's zoom into a typical day of eating for an early human. They might crack open bones for marrow, dig up wild tubers, gather berries, catch insects, and collect nuts. It sounds simple, but at the biological level, every bite delivered powerful signals that shaped metabolism, gut health, and brain development. Bone marrow offered oleic and palmitoleic acids for metabolic health, glycine for wound healing, fat-soluble vitamins like A and K2, and highly absorbable iron and zinc. Wild tubers supplied resistant starch that fed gut bacteria, producing butyrate to support the gut lining and reduce inflammation, along with potassium and B vitamins for energy and muscle function. Berries delivered vitamin C and polyphenols that strengthened immunity, protected cells from oxidative stress, and supported cognitive function. Insects provided complete protein, omega-3 fats, vitamin B12, and essential minerals. Nuts contributed vitamin E, magnesium, selenium, fiber, and slow-release healthy fats. Even the wild leaves they occasionally chewed contained calcium, vitamin K, folate, and plant compounds that supported detoxification and cellular health. This diversity wasn't a trend, it was survival, and it profoundly shaped human biology. None of these was labeled. There were no nutrient facts, no one told them what to eat. The body knew exactly how to read these foods. Every nutrient sent a signal. Fats built cell membrane and fueled the brain. Proteins repaired tissues and created enzymes. Carbohydrates powered cells. Fiber fed gut bacteria that produced vitamins and anti-inflammatory compounds. Vitamins activated thousands of biochemical reactions. Minerals drove metabolism. Antioxidants reduced cellular stress. And amino acids formed neurotransmitters for mood, focus, and sleep. With this steady diversity, the immune system grew stronger, the gut barrier stayed resilient, the brain developed efficiently, and bones received minerals in the right balance. Now imagine this happening every day for generations. The humans who absorbed nutrients best, who thrived on varied foods, and whose gut microbes worked in harmony, gained real advantage. Sharper minds, stronger immunity, better healing, and healthier children. They passed that biology on to us. But today, those ancient expectations encoded in our cells collide with ultra-processed foods and digital habits our bodies were never designed for. Our genes haven't changed, only our environment has, and that mismatch drives modern chronic disease. The answer isn't to live like caveman, but to reconnect with the nourishing diversity that shaped us: real food, natural variety, and balanced nutrition that sends the signal our bodies have been expecting for millions of years. Just remember two things. Eat in a way that aligns with human biology. Aim for around 1/3 of your calories from quality protein sources. Get a similar share from healthy fats like fatty fish, nuts, and olive oil instead of industrial seed oils. Let the remaining calories come from whole food, carbohydrates, vegetables, and fruits rather than ultra-processed foods and sugar. This isn't a trend, it's the pattern our bodies evolved to thrive on, not the hyper-engineered products designed to trigger cravings. Secondly, prioritize diversity. Our ancestors ate hundreds of foods a year. Most people today rotate the same 10. Try to include 30 different plant foods per week. Choose multiple colors and add fermented foods like yogurt or kimchi to support your gut microbiome. This is not marketing, it's biology. Your body still understands this language. It's time to listen. And if you really want to understand how we become the humans we are today, stay tuned because the next video explores how the invention of fire changed everything.